Joining us live now is West Haven Emergency Management Director Rick Fontana. Hi, good afternoon, Rick. Thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you. So does North Haven have parking bans in place? And if so, are people following them? What are you seeing right now?
Yeah, so here in the city of West Haven, we have a parking ban in place that went into effect this morning at 8 a.m. It's an emergency parking ban that prohibits parking on the even side of the street citywide. It also prohibits parking on any posted snow emergency route. And we want to, reach out and tell the residents thank you. They've done a good job. We're doing pretty good. Unfortunately, there are blizzard-like conditions in West Haven right now. There's very, very poor visibility. It's very difficult for our drivers to keep up. We're going to ask people to stay off the road. We're really serious in making sure that we want to keep public safety first and foremost. I'm joined by Mayor Borer, who's with me. We are hunkered down in the Emergency Operations Center. We've got full staffing from fire, police, our public works, our emergency operations crews, and we're watching all of our 25 trucks out in the street. Believe me, as we go by, an hour later, we've got 2 more inches of snow. So a lot of snow out there. And the mayor actually has behind us, we're watching every piece of every one of our plow trucks doing the heavy work that they have to do right now.
So we installed GPS last year, and we're able to we track all of our drivers. We're actually able to put, I don't know if you could see what I'm doing, but if we put in a truck or we can actually track where the truck has been to see if we've missed a street. We could put in any number and just see where they've been. And then it'll track it. You'll be able to see
Wow.
Yeah, it'll show everywhere the driver's been, everywhere the driver is. And it's a pretty cool tool. So we have all trucks loaded into this system, and then we could see, if there's a small little street that we miss because they're out there, doing their job and they're working really hard. We can tell them, or if we have an issue, we can see where is the closest truck so that we could direct the truck there. So we have as Rick said, we have our control center here at City Hall. We're here for the duration, and but we have a lot of good tools that are helping us to manage the process.
Yeah, and Mayor, we didn't see you initially in the little square, so we want to say hello. Thank you also for joining Rick to talk with us. This is pretty interesting, actually, now that you kind of walk us through. So you installed this, you said last year. Now it's tracking, you said, I believe Rick said about 24 trucks that you have in your fleet that are monitoring all of the city's streets and roads. So talk us through, this is one of the bigger storms to have this. How has it been this morning so far as you're kind of watching this technology roll out?
So we assign the trucks strategically. So we break it out into routes. We have about 13 routes, and then we have dead end trucks, and then we have main street trucks. So we try to strategically place them, based on their skill too. Some of them are more experienced than others. But this storm it's pretty heavy, as Rick mentioned. As soon as we plow, it's coming down at a fast pace. So the great thing is there's not a lot of people on the road right now. I think the cleanup's going to be a big issue. So we're just going to stay. We're just going to try to keep up the best that we can. But people are really complying, and we're really grateful that they're complying.
Yeah, so I think without putting words in your mouth, your message to people is to continue to heed the advice and the suggestion to stay home, stay safe.
Stay home, stay off the road. You're not only jeopardizing yourself, but our fire, our police, who have to go out there. Just stay put. It's a Sunday. Our schools are closed tomorrow. Our city hall is already closed tomorrow. We did that really early on. And, unless you're an emergency person yourself, just stay put, and we'll get to you. It's just going to take a little while, but we'll get to you.
Yeah, right. Mayor Borer and Rick, we really appreciate the two of you taking the time to not only talk with us, but really walk us through that impressive technology that is keeping your crews monitoring the roads, clearing them, and ultimately your residents safe.
Thank you.
And thanks. Tell people, listen, there's blizzard conditions out there. Do not go on the roads. Stay home, watch football.
That's it.
That's our message.
Good message. Good message. Mayor Borer and Rick Fontana, thank you so much for your time.